Hello everyone, it's your favourite Australian lefty Shaggy here, ready to give you the news of this month for Clone Hero. Relentless just loved the artist Preb this month, with almost daily uploads of FCs and Tech FCs from their discography, including a Tech FC of Sweet and I Don't Know, two insanely stupid hard songs with some even more stupid methods. Hodor got a new world record miscount on Silent Phobia, which if FC'd would be the last non-full album song from Code Red to be full comboed. They also later this month got an FC of Hiromi Solo Medley from Anti-Hero 2. And full album accomplishments are cool and all, but have you ever seen one FC with just zero ghosted inputs? Hodor was able to pull that off with a full album FC of Jackpot Juicer, marking a full series FC of Zancharted 1 and 2 collectively. Great job, Hodor. Elusive got a Tech FC of Ghoul from the UFO album setlist on 110% speed, with some very questionable methods on a couple sections. If you like palm strumming, then this is definitely the Tech FC for you. Tenno got an FC of 6 from Guitar Hero 2 at 140% speed, a pretty sick technical strumming speed up, and is also back on the Archwk's Hell grind, getting a -15. We hope to see an FC from you soon, Tenno. Bib is proving yet again that they're one of the best Chad Rake players with an FC of St. Helen's Lobotomy Incident, which features 60 notes per second, descending and ascending sweeps, which even while Chad Rake is still an insane accomplishment. Supernovae Solo F was not FC'd once, but twice, with 0 ghosted notes. Fog Saturn and Captain Mario both got an FC of this insane no ghosting, barely a week between each other, and features some crazy methods. Definitely recommend having a watch if you're into clean gameplay. Tiddly, being the god keyboard player that they are, got an insane FC of Inf Ammo VGH Uber Remix at 110% speed. Also a reminder that Tiddly plays Ozumania style, making this an even more impressive accomplishment. They also got the first ever FC of For Those About to LOL, We Salute You, which has been un-FC'd for over 13 years, just a day after Infinite Ammo. Halfjew's held 200% speed was finally FC'd by JR Stick. Wait, no. Ian got the first ever FC of Halfjew's Hell at double the speed, and proceeds to upload on JR Stank's channel. A pretty insane speed accomplishment. Great job, Ian. Anime Girl Huffs Condensed Plasma, yes, that is the name, was FC'd by everyone's favorite Score Spy leaderboard topper, GMS. This song, while only being a minute and a half, has some crazy strumming and tapping transitions. The hard shot of Archwk's Hell was finally FC'd, not once, but twice in a single day by Ornedge and Fog Saturate. Both FCs have insane tapping, with a little bit of strumming transitions as well. Just because it's a hard chart definitely does not mean it's way easier than the original chart, and I highly recommend you give these FCs a watch. Drowsy has proved yet again that his stamina is just built different, with an FC of 3999 808 BPM, which is just shy of 42 notes per second for 3,999 notes. They also got an FC of Monster Trill completely alt-tapped, including using the overtap protection chart, which moves half the notes in Monster Trill to the orange button, so that way no overtap can be used. Crazy FCs from Drowsy, and we cannot wait for more. Bradmaster, the GOAT of full album FCs, comes back with an FC of Paradise Lost full album, which makes that 7 out of the 9 Symphony X full albums that they have FC'd. They also currently have a -3 on the Symphony X self-titled full album, which would be an insane first ever full album FC. Insane accomplishments, Brad. Maui decided that they're not done with Soldier Side and gets an FC of it at 110% speed, which is almost 23 notes per second for 768 notes, which is after the solo of 509 notes. A monumental vibro strum accomplishment that's definitely worth checking out. Riff got the first ever FC of abadact, an ode made by Sydney to a bad account, with some very steezy gameplay. If you want a breakdown and want some incredibly clean gameplay, I highly recommend checking out this FC. William CH got the first ever Tech FC of Pack Toybox, a wacky overchop by Venom Wave that really does not deserve to be that note dense. It's quite the bob of a song though, so I definitely recommend checking it out if you're into some great tunes. Halfjew's Hell is my favorite song, says Quacky after getting it at 175% speed. Twice in a row. They also got a 3-part Tech FC of it at 200% speed. Insane job, Quacky. Brute Force Medley.exe was finally FC'd by Rob, finally ending the Gent Hero collection packs. Thank you, Rob, for finally getting it done. Leo got 2 insane world record speed up FCs, Supernovae Ruptis 130 and offery 115, in the same day, and also got the first ever FC of Drunken playable a couple of days later. All these FCs are incredibly stamina draining and note dense tapping accomplishments. Alex got an FC of Rewind Outro Kamikaze, which starts at 12 notes per second and peaks at 24. Pretty crazy strumming accomplishment. Good job, Alex. Canfong does the impossible yet again with a Tech FC of the monumental 1 hour long chart Egoless. One of the best Tech FCs in the community at the moment and has some of the best section FCs as well. People have loved full album FCs this month, but nobody loved it as much as Bozy Gersmart, who got 10 full album FCs in just 5 days, meaning on average they got about 2 full album FCs a day. Thank you for sacrificing your sanity for these FCs, Bozy. That's enough from me. I've been your host Shoggy, and I hope you guys enjoy the rest of Plastic Instruments Monthly.
Hey guys, it's your local producer and French-Canadian here, Sucky, filling in for Matt Money on this month's showcase of new custom song releases. We've got 11 awesome new charts to go over, so let's not waste any time. Starting off this month, we have Doors of Insanity by Ruby CH, a 9-minute long custom that's mostly tapping oriented with some occasional strumming sections. Most of the chart is pretty tame, but don't be fooled, as some sections are rather fast and may require more complex methods like sliding. On the first day of the month again, we got Roulette by Matt Money. This song is something we've not really seen before in the custom song scene, as Matt puts his twist on the newly popularized drift funk genre. Despite its aggressive and dark sound, this chart is not too difficult and focuses on simple riffs and patterns. Only an expert chart is provided with this release. Matt brought another release this month, Magma Flow Remastered, a metal song comprised of heavy riffs, rock drums, and synth solos. This custom has charts for lead guitar, rhythm guitar, bass, guitar co-op, keys, and drums, which completes the full band. The difficulty of this chart is pretty moderate, aside from fast riffs and tricky solo passages. And I'm no drummer, but that drum chart looks brutal. Next up, we've got 2 new trap customs coming from Archwk this month. Mystery, with a feature from new composer Fred GH, is a ruthless custom song that mixes sliding, raking, quinting into a difficult 3-minute tapping challenge. This song features an expert chart and a hard chart that's a little bit easier, but still up there on the difficulty scale. Menthol, a collaboration between Archwk and myself that we actually produced in person, is a more happy sounding trap custom that's still the same length as Mystery, but less challenging. However, it still offers a good tapping challenge, and introduces some tricky chording sections that aren't that evident on a sight read. This custom also comes with both expert and hard charts. Did somebody say Exile Lord? Nari sure did this month with Solus 5 Uber Solo. If you thought Solus 5 wasn't difficult enough, this remix offers a faster tempo and a more tricky twist to each section of Solus 5's known and loved full solo. Although this custom clocks in at just under 2 minutes, it tests many skill sets like teleporting, sliding, and tricky tapping and fretting. You'll only get an expert chart for this one, so be ready. Next up, Blackpawn returns with Protocol Infinity. As Blackpawn describes it himself, this custom has a bit of everything charting wise, with chord strumming and tapping parts alike. You'll find complex technical sections mixed in with less technical tapping sections in this one. This chart includes both expert and hard difficulties. This month, Thinger brought 2 customs to the table, Thinger Thing's Yearly Wonder and Reprise. This first custom is a tricky song that falls just short of 3 minutes in length. Expect a chart that's mostly comprised of tapping, with some strumming passages and refreshing breaks between the tougher sections. Only an expert chart is provided with this one. Okay, so I had to Google how to pronounce this word, but alright Google, hit me with that.
Reprise
is a more fast-paced song that features tricky chording and a monstrous mass tapping solo near the end. This one is much more tricky than the Yearly Wonder, and you'll also only get an expert chart. This next song is an Eruption Offer inspired song. Coming in at around 6 minutes long, Medication 2 by Mr. McWigglyman is a chart that tests many skill sets, from tricky solo patterns to chording to tough strumming segments. And let's not forget to mention, this song includes an Amen break in it, meaning it's the greatest song of all time. Expect an expert chart and a hard chart with this one. Last but not least, Red Strike returns with a 7-minute long mega collab, Below 02X, with guest solos from 3, Arcane, TSMB2, Oblivion Fall, myself, Black Pawn, and the Umbreon. These solos do make the song difficult, but not as hard as you'd expect from a big mega collab like this one. This release includes an expert chart and a hard chart. And that's it. That's all the releases for May. We had a very solid month. Friendly reminder that each custom showcase today has a download link in the description, so go check them out and most importantly, go play them.
Hello everybody, Steven here to talk about the console scene for this month in May. To start off, let's talk about a full band FC done by these four gentlemen. The full band FC in question is Let There Be Rock Live by AC/DC, and this chart is pretty disgusting. I have personal experience with this song on Rock Band 1, and let me tell you, the last solo, being 10 minutes in, being one of the hardest solos on this song, is gross, and there's just way too much air in it. The second list of accomplishments is by a player known as Birdman EXE. Now, Birdman did a lot this month, but I'm only going to choose 3, but if you want to watch all of his other accomplishments, please go do so, because a lot of them are gross and very, very disgusting. The first one on the list is called Vermin Devour by Analepsy, Pro Drums FC, a song with pretty nasty fills and short rolls. Amazing work here. Next song on the list is called Father Death by Rose Funeral, another Pro Drums FC. This one has a super awkward fill right in the middle of the song. Pretty crazy one here. And the last one on the list is I Hate the Sound of My Car Keys by Keo Nashi. This one has a pretty awkward fill as well. It's also a pretty funny song. Amazing work here, dude. You accomplished a lot this month. Next up is Ace Zero, coming in hot with a Through the Fire and Flames Rock Band 3 FC. In my opinion, this is the hardest Flames chart on the official series, and it's awesome to see another person take this song down on Rock Band 3. Amazing work here, Ace. And the last one on the list for Ace is Burn by Mike Orlando, which is another pretty disgusting one. Even after a 4-month hiatus, Ace still knows how to dominate this 5-fret engine. Amazing work here. Next 3 Rock Band 3 songs on the list are from King Bryce 98. Bryce took down 3 songs at 150% speed, the first one being Llama, the second one being Panic Attack, and the third one being Snow, Hey Oh on 150% speed. It's awesome to see speed ups on Rock Band 3. You don't really see that very often. Amazing work here, Bryce. Next up, we have 2 Rock Band FCs done by me. It's me. It's my little boots. The first one being Aesthetics of Hate on Rock Band 1, having a 15 notes per second burst right after a pretty annoying solo. The second one is Crush Beyond Dust, which is a Rock Band Network song, having 16 notes per second strumming and being pretty difficult to pull off. Pretty happy with these 2. And the last on the list is from 2 players, Evil Apple 567 and DayZed, finishing their GH2 full game FC, except for Evil Apple. He hasn't done Trogger yet, but he has done everything else, which is still pretty cool. But, speaking of Evil Eye, he did get the first ever FC of Through the Fire and Flames Smash Hits on PlayStation 2, which is pretty awesome to see from a player that has been in the community for years. Awesome to see this guy post again. And speaking of somebody who's close to the full series FC, DayZed recently FC'd I'm the One, which is the hardest song in the series to take down. After having this one done, it's only a matter of time. Best of luck on the rest of the series. And that's it for the console segment. Thank you guys for sticking around, and I'll see you later.